Hello everyone. Today we are writing a program on Arduino to publish temperature data to MQTT broker. For this, we need to have an account, MQTT broker account, and the MQTT platform what we are using is Adafruit IO. First, we need to create the Adafruit IO MQTT account, and after that, we'll go to the program. So initially, what is MQTT broker? It is an intermediary entity that enables MQTT clients to communicate. Specifically, an MQTT broker receives messages published by clients, filters the messages by topic, and distributes them to subscribers. For example, here, if I'm a subscriber, then if I have subscribed to some particular publishers, then whatever the publishes on MQTT broker platform, then those data can be easily accessed by me. As well as if I am a publisher and if I have many subscribers under me, then if I publish the data, then that data will be accessed by all these publishers. So this is an intermediary platform. Okay. Now coming to the Adafruit IO. So if I type in Adafruit IO here, I have already created the account. So all right. Now, if you open this page, then you will get something like this. Open. You have to click on create an Adafruit account and then provide your details, first name, last name, email, user ID, and username and password, and click on create account. And it will easily create the account here. Once you create the account, then after creating the account, once you open this website again, you'll be asked with the username and password. Once you type in your username and password, you will log into the Adafruit IO account. Here I'm having certain tabs like devices, feeds, dashboards, actions, and power-ups. For this experiment, we'll go for feeds first. So here I've already created two feeds now. One is humidity and temperature. So basically in this program, what we are doing is we have connected an DHT11 sensor to ESP8266. And then whatever the data has been read by the DHT11 sensor is being printed onto this platform. Okay. So humidity value will be printed in this feed and temperature value will be printed in this field. So to create a feed, initially, you need to go to this option, this tab, click on this tab. You have to provide some name. For example, if I provide temp, and you can give the description as well. Click on create. This feed is created now. Likewise, if you want to create one more feed, then easily you can create humidity or HUM. Then create. Okay. So now I have created two feeds now. And after going to this, after creating the feeds, you have to go to dashboards. Here, I've already created a dashboard named temperature and humidity data that I will show you later. But for now, if you want to create a new dashboard, click on this new dashboard and type in name. Okay. I've created now, right? So in feeds, once you create this feeds, if you click on that feed, sorry, in dashboards, once you create this name, named dashboard, if you click on it, here you'll have this icon settings, wherein dashboard settings, wherein you have to create a new block here. And if I take this gauge, and then I have to assign to the feed what we have created. For example, I'm selecting this HUM. Click on next step. Here you have to type the block title. This title I have written here. So this I will keep it as it is. This one also I will keep it as it is. So gauge label I can type in like degree Celsius or degree or okay, degree Celsius. And rest all I'll keep it as it is, and then I'll click on create block. So this block is created. So likewise, if you want to create the block for temperature as well, I have to do the same thing. Okay, sorry. So temperature is degree Celsius and humidity is in terms of percentage. So I can change this as well. Edit layout and go to edit block. And then here you can change it to percentage. All right. And then update block. Fine. So once the blocks are being created, then you can even place this block here, right? And then save layout. Once the blocks are being created, now you'll be having this key. Once you click on this API key, you will have the username here and the key here. Okay, so this username and key is required in the program. Okay, so now once we have created the account, we have created a dashboard and feeds. Now we'll go to the program, and there in the program we start from here, hash include ESP8266 Wi-Fi.h. This we have seen in the previous program. So all these 4 lines, what they will do, they will include the necessary libraries for the program to function. Like ESP8266 Wi-Fi.h provides functions for connecting the ESP8266 board to the Wi-Fi network. Likewise, we have this Adafruit MQTT.h and MQTT client.h. So these are the libraries for communicating with MQTT server using the Adafruit IO platform, right? So this we already know. This is the DHT library for interacting with DHT11 sensor that basically reads temperature and humidity. So here, this function, these lines define WLAN underscore SSID, wherein we will provide the credentials, username, and this particular constant will store my username, and this constant will store my password, Wi-Fi password. And after this, these 4 lines, uh, 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 so these lines define again the constants here, these constants, which in turn will store the address of the platform, and this constant will store the port number. The basic port number what we have used is 1883. And if you want to use the secure communication, then you can do it by using the port number 8883. And this constant will store the username, my username, and the key, EIO key. So here is where my username and the key, what I've shown in the Adafruit IO platform MQTT broker. So these 2, username and password, I need to put it here. And then these lines will basically define the connected pin. DHT pin 12 means basically, if I show it here, the pin number what I have connected to is D6. Okay, so if I mention D6 there, then it's showing an error. So what I'm doing is I'm mentioning its GPI number 12. Okay, so basically I've connected the DHT11 sensors data pin to this D6. Okay, but in the program I mentioned its internal number, GPIO number 12. Fine. So this DHT type defines the type of sensor being used, that is DHT11 in our case. And DHT, this particular line creates an object named DHT of type DHT to interact with the sensor using the specified pin and sensor type, right? So coming to this line, Wi-Fi client, it creates an object named client of type Wi-Fi client, which will be used to connect to the Wi-Fi network. Or this commented line, Wi-Fi client, secure client, we can use this as well. But if you want to use it securely over SSL, then we use this Wi-Fi client, secure client. All right. So if you're using this, then the port number what you have to specify is 8883. Okay. But for our instance, we are just using this 1883. So I have commented this. And then this Adafruit MQTT client, MQTT, here what we are doing is we are basically creating an object named MQTT of type Adafruit MQTT client with which is basically used to connect and communicate with Adafruit IO server with the previously given credentials of the server platform website address, the port 1883 username, which is there in which I have used for my Adafruit account, and the key which is provided in the Adafruit account. And then these two lines basically to publish the data onto the objects named temperature and humidity. And then this void MQTT connect. Here, basically, what we are doing is we are initializing the serial communication, and we are initializing the DHT11 sensor. We are making use of delay, and then this line will print the message to the serial monitor, indicating it's an Adafruit MQTT demo. And then these two, this line will print two empty lines to the serial monitor, and after this, it will print connecting to the particular user named Wi-Fi, and then Wi-Fi dot begin, it initializes to connect to the Wi-Fi network using the SSID and password what we have given. And while we are using this loop, while Wi-Fi dot status means it checks the Wi-Fi status inside the loop. So we are passing a delay of 500, introduce a short delay of 500 milliseconds before checking the connection status again. Okay, so once we check the connection, again it has to go with the delay 500 milliseconds, and then it has to recheck. So, and then it will be printing the dot to the serial monitor for visual feedback during the connection process. And then this Wi-Fi connected means once the Wi-Fi is being connected, it will show this Wi-Fi connected and the IP address. Here we will read the temperature data and humidity data, and then it will be published to temperature to the website. And then here we're using void MQTT connect. So this function responsible for establishing and managing the connection with MQTT server, right? So this basically int8 underscore t underscore t ret means it is a variable named ret. We are creating a variable named ret of type int8 underscore t. So this variable will store the return value from the MQTT.connect function call, and so if MQTT connected return, that is, this will check if the client is already connected to the MQTT server using MQTT.connected. If it is connected, it exits the function using return, right? Using this return, it will exit the function if it is connected. And serial dot print connecting to MQTT. So this line prints a message to the serial monitor, including an attempt to connect to the MQTT server. So u int8 underscore t. So again, this is a variable. Retries is a variable which we are creating of type uint8 underscore t. So uint means it is unsigned 8-bit integer, and it initializes with the value 3. So it means that the maximum number of attempts to connect to MQTT server before giving up, right? So while this particular line keeps, this is basically a loop which keeps trying to uh, connect to MQTT server as long as the connection is not established, right? Fine. So this is about the program. Once you upload the program, and before that, we need to make the connection with the ESP8266. The 3.3 volt pin is connected to DHT11 VCC, and ground is connected to ground of DHT11, and this D6 is connected to the data pin of DHT11. Okay. So once these connections are made, and if you if you dump this program, upload this program, then we can see, right, we can see that you will get MQTT connected, and then temperature and humidity values are being printed on this serial monitor, as well as uh, on your dashboards. So already have made a dashboard wherein the temperature value and humidity values are being printed, right? So you can see these are the last printed values. All right, this is about the program. In the next program, we'll do reading the data from MQTT platform. Thank you.